Hi everyone, welcome to Tiny Seeds. It is freezing cold here today, but I've got a really hot question for you. So, one of our viewers have posted a question last week, which is something which I think a lot of people are pondering, because this is a pattern that is present very often. So, she wanted to know, well, this is paraphrasing it, I'll going to tell you just now how she said it. We get involved in challenging relationships and run from safe or boring prospects. Why? Or more specifically, how she said it is, why do we feel attracted to someone that is insecure and unavailable while we feel no attraction for someone that is emotionally secure and similar to ourselves? It's such a good question. So let's start with a few of different options. Look, there is no one size fits all. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. We are all individuals. We all have different histories. We all have different personalities. We all have different family positions. We all have different saving people. So, but we have a number of the same traits. And this is, I'm talking about people who had any challenging upbringing scenarios going on. And scenarios where you had to grow up too early or where you had unresolved trauma and you are still carrying that with you, even although you may not know it. So let's look at one which is very common. The first one is being a rebel, because somewhere around puberty, when we go into our teenage years, we turn into rebels very often. If we don't get that acceptance that we are craving. And so we can, it's like, okay, see if I care. Or otherwise it is, I had to grow myself up. So who are you to tell me what to do? Or it is, look at you. You're drunk and you do this and you do that. And now you want to come and tell me this. Or it is, you don't expect anything from me anyways. I will show you what's bad. You have no idea what bad is. I'm going to show you what bad is. So those are all different ways in which the rebel formulates inside our teenager heads. And it plays out in different ways for all of us. Some of us are like a little bit rebel and some of us go all out. Oh, muffin. So, muffin is very nice tonight because she's nice and warm. I can do with muffin on my lap. So if you are then choosing somebody who fits into the rebelhood of your teenage years, you have not grown yourself up past your rebelhood. So you still identify with that rebel identity that you create for yourself, which is not the adult identity. And then if you make decisions as a teenager, you're going to be sorry. That is like guaranteed. You want to choose anybody from rebel mode, you're going to be the one who's hurt. So if that is your pattern and you can identify with that, then your wisest option is to get help and to grow yourself up. Hey, Muffin, to learn how to be emotionally mature so that you don't need to show anybody anymore and you can start to learn to make better decisions for yourself. Right. So the second one is quite closely related to this. It comes from making decisions born out of self-protection. And therefore it is choosing people who are totally unsuitable for you. So if you choose somebody who's unsuitable, then you are in a way protecting yourself. In a way you are saying, I already know I shouldn't be getting serious with this person. It's a way of you not getting too deeply involved so that your hurt is not too sore. And again, a very immature way of doing it. It's common. It's way too common. And these are people that it's harder to get through to because it works. You don't have to have skin in the game. You can be there, and if it gets hot, you bugger off, and or you are sort of mentally prepared, but it wasn't going to work anyways, and let me move on. You usually get somebody else in the place of this person, and again, somebody who's unsuitable and somebody who is going to end up leaving you hurt, but you are ready to move on and go and get yourself some the next trophy so that you can feel better again. So dangerous pattern, and it leaves us utterly unfulfilled and disappointed in the long run. And again, we need to grow ourselves up in order to drop our walls and learn how to work past our own hurts so that we can better, in maturity, love full heartedly, and be ready to face loss, which is inevitable for all of us. Right, now, another one, which is probably the majority, for anybody who has adult child syndrome, again, somebody who had to grow up too early, 70 to 80% of us will look around the room. There are 20 of us in the room, at least 16 of us have adult child syndrome because we have unresolved grief and we've got coping patterns in our life instead of thriving patterns. We just think they are working because we're so used to looking okay, but they do show in our relationships, which is why this question is so good and so very valid. So if we have a low self-esteem from growing up like this, then we are, first of all, not going to aim very high because we're going to feel that we are not adequate for that person. But sometimes, we may be convinced. But what's really, and then that person will going to have to prove their love to us over and over because we're going to keep on doubting that somebody will actually love us. But if we fall in love with a project, we fall in love with the idea that this exciting hot mess is somebody that we can help fix. We can help this person. We can support this person. We can laugh at their jokes. We can provide reassurance. We can sort out their messy finances or whatever it is. We can be of value. When we have low self-esteem, we like being of value. It makes us feel like we matter. And we should really never ever want to matter because we can fix somebody else. We should matter because we matter anyways. Every human being who is born already matters. We just have to claim it. So going into that fixer role, into that project, I want a project to fix role, is a very dangerous one because you will end up with a dangerous person, the exciting person, the unpredictable person, the emotionally not ready to commit person, and you are again going to be the one who, as long as somebody loves you, you can, and it's nice to you and pay really good attention to you, you are going to be able to do this fixing story for a long time. But if I stop being caring and loving and appreciative of you, then we are going to end up in the hamster wheel where we start punishing and rejecting and blaming each other. And you may end up there anyways because sooner or later all of us start to expect a little bit more of our projects. We actually want them to help us empty the trash and bring an income in and pay for dinner when we go out, So, or be emotionally available or give us support when we're going through hard times. So, the growing up game has to start. We can't live in relationships indeterminately with people who are not growing up, and when we ourselves, very important, don't grow up. So we all have to grow up. And if we are looking for a project, invariably, one person will grow up before the other one, and we will be in the cycle. And the relationship will become a fight, and it will be the same fights over and over. And we will be caught in codependency and in blaming, judging, shaming, and withdrawing, and really ugly name calling and very big withdrawal in the end, until it actually implodes. So, because that's where it goes to in the end. If it doesn't, it's because there is one person in this relationship who's willing to be the least and willing to give up a heck of a lot in order to keep it going. Until that one person grows up and go like, this is not good enough for me anymore. I'm not doing this anymore, which happens invariably. Not everybody gets help to get out of the cycle, but sooner or later, people start waking up and just say, this is just not good enough for me. So, rebel and choosing somebody unsuitable and liking a project for our own self-esteem. But also another one which is quite important, which we can't overlook, and that is we often come from a house where for a woman it's usually their father figure was unstable, exciting, challenging, and it is sort of normal. And like an example is everybody who comes from an alcoholic home is being trained from small to treat the alcoholic as the pink elephant, the alcoholism as a pink elephant, and really ignore it and pretend it's not there because nobody talks about it and nobody even mentions it. It's just the pink elephant in the room. And everybody learns that their needs are less important than the pink elephant. So if you are now in a relationship in which you pick up similar kind of vibes, you are actually going to feel comfortable. You are going to, you may not like parts of it, but it's very big parts of it that you've been trained to and that you can slide into effortlessly because you've been trained all of your life to overlook transgressions, pretend it's not serious, not address them, make excuses, up your own behavior to cover for the lack of support that you are getting and for preventing consequences to that other person. So you're perfectly trained to just slide into a relationship with somebody who's exciting and irresponsible and not emotionally available. And for a man, it looks a little bit differently usually because a lot of men steps into the caring position, and because of a caring position and the protecting position, you could also quite easily, by calling it caring, protecting, take a whole lot of bullshit, and instead of wanting the other person to grow up. So, and therefore, choose somebody who is not a grown up and who is not a great partner and who is unpredictable and who is not a safe person. So, if you're in this, if you're already in this, don't run away. We can all grow up. It usually takes a bit of a no from either of the partners and just one partner starting the process and refusing to take part in the dramas and, becoming better at skilled communication and healing our own hurts will already help everybody else to be better grown-ups. So you don't have to run away from it, but get help immediately and try not to do the same thing anymore. Okay, so what do I say? Okay, so if you're not in a relationship, heal yourself first so that you can be happy inside yourself, so you don't have to, and have self-esteem and confidence, so you don't have to bugger off and go and find yourself a project. Okay, project is so last year. We just don't want to do projects anymore. If you, my angel, is a project, please get help and grow up, because you are supposed to be your own person. Nobody's supposed to fix you. And I say this with much love because that was me. I needed somebody to make me happy, and don't need that anymore. Nothing makes me a little bit happy, but I'm happy anyways. So my pink cat makes me happy, but I'm happy anyways. So your job is to grow yourself up. Your job is to go to adult school. Your job is to sort your shit and do your part to be a happy person and an adult person and somebody who knows how to commit and somebody who knows how to communicate. So let me see. Okay. I see only one heart there. Come, people. I can see there are more of you watching. Oh, what did I do now? Come back. So we need a few more hearts there. And let me see if there's any comments. And if anybody have found this interesting, or if anybody has any more questions. Come, let me see who's watching. And any comments. Okay, it's not just Muffin and me. I think we've got some more people on there. Okay, so while I'm waiting to see if there's any comments, say hi. Just say hi. Give me a heart. Tell me what you connected with. Tell me which one you are or were. If you are coming to see the replay, which I know a lot of you do, then please also just comment and share. There are a lot of people in these kind of relationships, so please share. And the more you give us hearts and likes, and the more you share and the more you comment, the more Facebook shows this to other people. Facebook has become absolutely dreadful lately because they want us to pay for reaching people, and therefore unless they're just showing all lives to less people than before, which is rather disappointing of you, Facebook, But you can help by spreading the word, and you can help by just commenting, giving those hearts that I like so much, and letting your friends know that there's once a week there's a live, and it's straight talk, and it's really how it is, and it works, and somebody may just need for you to share this. Okay, let me see that quickly. Hi Lata, I hope it worked. Tell me if any of this, was that your question? I'm wondering. Was it your question? I can't remember. If it was, it's an excellent question. It is such a lot of people are completely amazed at why we have a strange pattern of not looking for emotionally healthy people, but rather look for dangerous and exciting, and why we run away from boring. So if it was yours, brilliant question. Let them keep on coming because they help a lot of people. And tell me if that helped, please. Hi, Alex. You also like my pink hat? I love my pink hat. Thank you. Makes me happy. Okay. All right. Let me see. Anybody else? Oh, thank you for those hearts. Love that. Anybody else? Let me see. I can see somebody's typing something. So we want to rush off while somebody is typing. So happy Muffin is sitting on me. It's really cold tonight. Right. Okay. Looks like that is the whole story. Okay, so there, I thought somebody was typing. So is it also something to do with attraction to the person who isn't the project? Okay, I'm not sure I understand your question. What are the red flags? Yeah, okay, so that's obviously an important question because Alex also wants to know what is the red flags. Okay, so first of all, if you always had the same type, and it always gets you in trouble, and you keep on choosing the same type, dangerous, being the specific type, then you are trapped in your own cycle and your own cycle is your own need to be whichever one you fall into. So red flags is people, if you think about somebody and they are actually acting like a 16-year-old or needs a lot of reassurances or want to be very controlling and put you down a lot, if they are immature, like you actually can see they're immature. They may be fun, they may be intelligent, they may be the life and soul of a party, but when it comes to responsibilities, it's like an overgrown child. And if you find yourself stepping in automatically remember that you are a part of the equation that you can control. Because if you're somebody who who is not available emotionally or who is immature, and you are willing to try and do all the connection and that person is not willing to, you are stepping into full void. Your own problem, your own pattern is the problem. Your willingness to step in there, your willingness to take abuse, your willingness to fix the other person, your shame attitude, like shame, I'm going to just pretend that it's not important, it's not so important, I can fix it. Let me not make a fuss. Let me be a good girl. Let me be a responsible, caring guy. Let me not rock the boat. And I'm so happy that somebody, at least just wants to go out with me. That's also a really dangerous sign. I'm going to turn this around for you. Instead of looking at other people, I'm going to ask you to look at the dangerous signs inside yourself. The red flags are all inside you. It's not about other people. The red flags are about you. If your self-esteem is low, you're going to settle. If you know yourself to be an amazing, one-of-a-kind princess or king of a castle, you are not going to settle for somebody who's immature, not willing to commit, hard work, a project. You're going to be looking for somebody who is a match for you. Work on yourself. Your job is to work on yourself. Your job is to watch for your own patterns and learn how to be discerning, how to make better choices for yourself. And if you are already caught in a relationship like this, you still have to learn how to start speaking in a decent, kind way, but with a firm, no, this is not working for me. That's magical words. No, this is not working for me. No, I need you to do better. No, I don't want you to talk to me like that. It's unkind. It's not working for me. It's not working for me. It's a wonderful phrase. You don't have to be full of shit and say that about everything. Choose your battles and start with the most important thing. It's not working for me to be in a relationship but with somebody who doesn't commit. I hope I'm important enough to you that you're going to do the work so that we can have a more committed relationship. Work on yourself so that you know you are worthy of that. Because if you don't, you're going to keep on looking for projects. Okay, let's see, there's some more comments here. The only drawback of a hat is that I got to get in there. Okay, good. I hope that explains it, Lata. Anything else that you... I don't understand your whole question. Okay, all right. Okay, so I hope that means that answered your question. Okay. Any more questions? I'm very happy to answer. This is a big topic for a lot of people. Also, you can come in afterwards with the comments. I will come back and I will check. And you can contact me in private chat if you want to chat to me. And let me see. I remember now. Many people are caught in these non-obvious patterns until we are so deeply in it that we actually start realizing what we are up to. Especially if we're young and stupid, young and stupid and full of hormones and just so happy that somebody loves us, and somebody looks like they're accepting of us. So when we are, all we can do is say, when you know better, you do better, and try and get better yourself by putting your attention where you want to go. Okay, all right, that's perfect, Lata. Thank you. Thanks for the brilliant question. I'm sure a lot of people are benefiting from it. Now, remember, give me more of those hearts. I love it. Keep on asking questions and share. Okay, this was a rather longer one than usual, so I'm going to sign off now. And I'm going to ask that you guys come again next time and comment. Keep on posting questions. Love it when you ask questions because it's always something that somebody else needs to hear. And See you next time. Much love from Muffin too. Okay.